Hello and welcome back to Green Pips FX. And on today's video, guys, I'm mainly going to be teaching you guys this secret order block entry confirmation that no one will ever teach you. So let's get into it, right? So first, I'm going to go through the illustration, then we're going to check out a live example. Now, when we talk about order blocks confirmation, right, what are we technically speaking about? So when we have a bullish trend like this, right? Something like that. So we technically have a low which created a high, and then we're going to wait for that pullback into our area of demand, and then from there we're going to check out this entry here to go bullish and of course target the highs, right? So from there so I can just do this, right? So from there, let's just clear these out. All right, so we have a scenario like this, right? So we have a low, a high, and then we have our area here of demand from which we're waiting for price to pull back into, right? And once price has pulled back into this area here, we're now going to drop to the lower time frames, right? So this is the pound JPY on the 15-minute chart. So this is the 15-minute order flow. So we're going to drop time frames to the 1 minute and check out the 1 minute order flow, which is technically going to be bearish in this case scenario, and we want to see it change from bearish to bullish with a break of structure, and then from there we can now get our entries off of areas of demand that are left out throughout the trend, and of course target these highs and other further highs for more RRs, right? So what we're going to be looking at, of course, is a scenario based like this. So let's push this there, right? And from there we're going to have an area of confirmation, right? So say this little box here, drone, is our area of confirmation when price touches our area of demand through the pullback, in which we're going to drop time frames, and from there we're going to see price create something like this with a change of character here for entry number 1, and then go bullish from there with another break of structure, right? And then an area of demand, and then that's going to be entry number 2, and of course target the highs. So this right here is what we want to see in this area here, right? So this is going to be the 15-minute outlook, and this is going to be the 1 minute outlook that we want to see, and take this trade here as trade number 1 and this trade here as trade number 2, and of course go bullish from there. So let's see a live example. However, I'm just going to do one example and that's going to be it. I just want to keep this video short. So okay, right there. So let's go to the pound JPY on the 15-minute time frame, right? So what are we seeing here, right? We're seeing a bearish trend, right? So price made a low, push this back here, a high, right? A lower low, a lower high here, a lower low here, a lower high, and then a lower low. So we're technically in a bearish trend. Now forget these final two, right? Let's just say we're at this level here, and we want to see price go up into an area of demand for mitigation, and then from there go bearish again and target this overall low as our next liquidity run. So we're gonna have this here as our break of structure bearish, and from that break of structure bearish, we want to see price retrace into our area of supply, right here, right there, right? This is our area of supply which we want to see price retrace to, and then from there we can now target this low here as our next liquidity runs, right? So we can just type that next liquidity run, right? So let's just make that big, yeah, about 16. I think that would be enough, and this too, right? So this is what we want to see, right? And this is our area of order block, right? So this is our order block right here. So from there we can now see that price now has retraced and has finally tapped our order block, right? So if price has now already tapped our order block, so let me just minimize this to 1 pixel there, and then we can delete this. So price now has retraced and has already tapped our order block, and from there now, from this point here, we can now drop down to the 1 minute time frame and see the exact kind of confirmation that I just showed you earlier. But in this case, since it's a bearish trend, then we want to see price break. Okay, so we want to see price go bullish, and from there break a low, right? Retrace entry number 1, break again, right? Retrace entry number 2, and then we can now just go from there. Or you could just take this first entry or just the second entry, right? However you want to do it, it's all fine. Based on your type of risk management, of course. So I just want to delete these. Come on, there. So let's now drop to the 1 minute time frame and see what exists in here. Right, so let's go to the 1 minute time frame, and okay, so that was somewhere back here. Boom, right here, right? So this is the area that this is the area that we want to see our confirmation from. Now, like I said earlier, right? So this price here throughout the retracement is gonna be okay. So what we want to see is a bullish trend, right? Come to an end with a change of character, and then a retest for our entry, and then a break of structure again, right? To confirm the new initiated trend. And then if we have a good retest here, we can have an entry number 2, and then we can now go bearish from there. So let's see what happened. Okay, so let's just pull this to be big, and there we have it, right? So we have a low, a high, right? A high, a low, right? A high, a high, high, a low, high, a high, high, a low, high, a high, high, a low, high, a high. And from there, that's when now our POI was tapped. From which, so this is our POI right here being tapped. There. Look at what we have, right? We have a low that creates a high, and then from there we have what? A change of character. Here we have it. So that's our change of character, and from that change of character we now just zoom in, and where do we see our last buy to sell, right? It's this bullish candle here, the last bullish candle before this, you know, overall bearish move to create this low. So for me, based on my understanding, of course, that's no financial advice of any sort, so this is my last buy to sell, and there's my entry. My stop loss is just below the low, I mean above the high, sorry. And then of course I'm looking to target what? The overall low right here. Right, so this is how you get these super perfect order block entries with massive RR. So from here I just have a 7.6 pip stop loss and a almost 90 pip take profit target, right? To make it an overall 1 to 11.7 RR, which is approximately just 1 to 12 RR. So this is how you get these kinds of RRs through order block entries. So there's my trade, right? So that's my trade right there, playing around, giving extra confirmations to aggressive scalpers, and from there we have another break of structure which confirms it. And of course you could have taken another trade here at this last buy to sell, right? An entry there, stop loss just above if you wanted to take entry number 2, and of course target the overall lows. Now from there, guys, I hope this video was very informative to you, and of course if it was, don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't, turn that bell button on for notifications, and until the next one, guys, stay safe, have a nice trading week, and of course, peace out.